Hey guys, what's going on? Today I want to show you how to make a plug like this wiggle wart right here, legal to use in the rivers because these plugs come with treble hooks on them, and so you can't fish with those anymore. You used to be able to. There was what they call a floating gear restriction or something like that. The only time you could use treble hooks was on lures that float. And now they've changed that and changed everything to single point, barbless only, which everybody has opinions about. And mine are mine, yours are yours, and that's the way it is. But anyway, so what some people do is they'll just take these treble hooks off and put single hooks on. But part of the problem with that is, one, the lure never really works right the same again. And the other thing is fish get a hold of the single hook and twist on it sideways, and they can twist and get off a lot easier. That's the whole reason they use treble hooks on these to start with, is you get this big chunk of plastic that the fish can work against, and you lose the connection with your fish and the fish get away. But the way around that is to use these right here. And these are chain swivels. They're kind of like a section of dog tag chain. And what that does is it puts a little bit of slack in between the plug and the hook. And also it spins, so if a fish gets on the hook and is spinning around, it's not leveraging the hook free from its mouth because it'll spin freely. And it keeps the action of the plug pretty much the same as it's supposed to be right out of the box. And that's probably the most important thing. So you want to get yourself some split ring pliers, and open up that split ring, take the hook off, but leave the split ring on like that. And this one, we're just going to get rid of it altogether, everything, split ring and hook and all, because it's single point barbless, so you only want a single point out there. And you would think, logically, that you'd think, oh, well, I want the hook on the back hook, so it's back there where the fish is going to get it. Well, these plugs swim through the water like this, so you actually want it down here. And I'll show you how that works and why that works. So we get out our Brad's chain swivel. And we hook it onto that split ring. I guess we gotta grab it first and open it up. Having these split ring pliers definitely helps quite a bit. Having younger eyesight helps a lot too. Oops, but I got 6,000-year-old eyes, so, okay, maybe not quite 6,000, at least 5. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's move the pliers a little bit closer to the split. And got it on there. Get that turned all the way in there. Like that. So you want it like that. So now when that's going through the water like this, that hook's going to be way in the back. And so when that salmon comes up to grab it, it's going to get that hook in its mouth well. And then to that, we want to put a Siwash hook. You can use whatever size you like. I like these 4/0s, they're pretty good. These are extra heavy duty ones, which are also good. It means the hook is not going to bend out of whack if you get a big old salmon on. And you put it on there just like that, and it's free spinning, as you can see. So that fish can just jerk and twist and go all around, do whatever it wants without leveraging the side of its head against your plug and twisting your hook out. Which is what we want. We don't want fish being able to twist and get off. And it's amazing how they do that, but they will do it. And just crimp that big guy on there. Let's get it way up in there. Nope. Yep, that was my knuckles. Boy, that's a stout hook. I'm gonna see if I got a bigger pair of pliers close by to give her the real squeeze. Talks amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. There we go. Got the big old channel locks out. We'll get a hold of her now. Ouch, that's my finger. Ouch, that's my finger again. I'm not gonna do that a third time. You wanna get it close enough, oops, sorry. You wanna get it close enough that the hook cannot slip through. There we go. Yeah, that's what we want right there. Now the hook cannot slip through. It's trailing behind the plug now. It'll trail behind like this. Sam would come up, going to hit the plug. The hook falls in its mouth. You set the hook. The hook will get hooked in kind of like that. And now I can flip and flop and do whatever without leveraging against the plug and get in the way. And that's why we do that. And I kind of like these short shanked side washes for that. For that very reason, because you don't want the hooks too far back to where they miss it. And we gotta pinch the barb because it's single point barbless. So you're already working, you're already having a hard enough time because you gotta use barbless hooks. The last thing you need to do is give the fish the advantage because it can leverage the hook free. Actually, these ones are better for this. Just like that. No barb. Perfect. And the plug's ready to go and ready to fish. Just tie it on that little other split ring right there. Cast it out, reel it in, nice and steady. When you're using these guys, all you want to do is feel them thump, 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 thump on the end of your line. And don't reel them in too fast. And don't reel them too slow too, obviously. And fish on. So there we go. All right, guys, that's it for that one. Please like, please subscribe. Please check out my Fishy Talk on Friday nights at 5 p.m. live. I'll be on live. I can answer your questions. We can talk about fishing and have some conversation on a Friday evening. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday, and I'll talk to you later.